Welcome to Sweet Soul Pilates. Please remember to engage your core, protect your spine, breathe, and be sweet to you. Today is day 2 of our Pilates plan, focusing on our waist, glutes, and lower body. Go ahead and come down into a child's pose stretch as we open up today's class. And let's bring ourselves up as we lean back, pressing into our hands and arms for a stretch. And then let's roll back over, coming onto our hands and knees. We'll be opening up today's class with some cat-cows. Let's go. If you're new here, we use a 33-second timer. When you hear 3 clock clicks, that lets you know that we're wrapping up that move, with a short break in between before the next one. And now let's extend our right leg to the edge of our mat on the right side. We're going to be taking some leg lifts, but a little bit up and out. Since our foot is on the edge of the mat, we're lifting up and down, working those outer glutes. Slow and controlled, engaging your core as if you're pulling your belly up towards your spine. And breathing, of course. And now we'll keep this leg extended. The next move is going to be some rainbow taps. Our timer starts now. We're going to lift our leg up and around towards the other end of our mat and back around to reset. So we're creating an arch with that leg, tapping each side. Again, lots of control here, engaging your core. Let's shake our wrists out for a moment, and we'll come back onto our hands and knees to do the same on our left leg. So let's extend that left leg out wide, lifting up and tapping back down. Again, your foot should be at the corner end of your mat. Inhaling and exhaling. Exhaling to perform the move, inhaling to reset. And let's take another wrist stretch here as we prepare for our rainbow taps on our left leg. Let's go. And we'll sit up for a moment here, and then we'll come down onto our forearms. We'll be working our right leg again, taking some hydrants to kick back. So you take a hydrant first, close, and kick back. So we'll keep up this little sequence here. Again, you're taking a hydrant, and then you're kicking back or kicking that foot up. Working our hips and our thighs and our glutes here. And we'll stay on our forearms. We're going to take this same move over to the left leg. Again, starting with that hydrant, opening and closing, and then kicking back and up. And now we'll be back on our hands and knees in a moment here. Working the right leg, we're going to take some right hydrants. So we're just opening and closing. Nice and controlled here. Again, engaging your core. Exhaling to perform the move, inhaling to reset. It's very easy to hold our breath, so I'll always remind y'all throughout the workout. And shake out your wrists again if you need to. We'll come back down onto our hands and knees, and this time we're going to open up into a hydrant and then kick that leg towards your left side, back to hydrant. So we're keeping that leg up. Again, as we kick towards our left side, coming back into a hydrant position. And shake your wrist out again. This time we'll take that over to the left leg, starting with the hydrants. So we're going to open and close that left leg. And let's shake our wrists out one more time. We'll come back onto our hands and knees, and we'll open up that left leg into a hydrant and then kick towards the right, keeping that leg up, switching from hydrant position to kicking towards the right. And now let's come down onto our left hip with our legs slightly bent. We'll extend our top arm to center, and we're going to raise our hips up off the mat, lifting our arm up towards the sky. And then for the next lift, you can bring your arm completely overhead. Feel free to keep up this combo with the arm or choose whichever one you like, but we're just lifting our hips up and down. Again, you can bring your arm overhead or just lift it up towards the sky. And keeping our legs in this position, feel free to place your hand on your hip or on the mat. We're going to take some hip raises as we open up that top leg for a clamshell and close to reset. So again, you're lifting your hips as you open up that top leg, using that bottom leg as support as well to push yourselves up. And again, your hand can be on your hip or down on the mat for additional support. And now let's take that over to our right hip. So legs slightly bent again, arm extended towards our center. We're going to lift our hips up, bringing our arm up towards the sky, and then bringing our arm completely overhead. Again, whichever feels comfortable for you, as long as you're lifting those hips up and down. I'm doing a little combo of both. That's also an option. And now, keeping our legs slightly bent, hand on our hip or down on the mat, we're going to take those hip raises to a clamshell. So you're opening that top leg as you lift your hips off the mat, using that bottom leg to lift yourself up as well. And now let's roll over to seated, laying flat with our legs bent. And we're going to bring our legs up to tabletop, one leg at a time. And we're just going to open and close our legs as they're in tabletop. Nice and controlled here, allowing your breath to flow freely. Head is flat on the mat, relaxing your upper body, just working those hips. This next move will be without the timer. We're going to roll and tuck our pelvis under as we raise our hips up off the mat, pressing our feet into the mat with each hip raise. Again, rolling and tucking your pelvis under as you lift. Let's keep it up. And now let's pulse, keeping our glutes raised, pulsing up and down. And let's hold it for a moment and drop back down. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And then you'll roll yourself up like a ball, coming back around onto your hands and knees for a child's pose stretch. And now let's come down onto our forearms, extending both of our legs for a full plank. Our timer has started. If you need to come down onto your knees, feel free. For every workout this week, we will be ending or beginning with a full plank. And let's lay flat, pressing up, bringing our chest up for a cobra stretch. And we'll come back into a child's pose as we close out today's class. So let's roll ourselves up to seated. You can stay where you are or come to the center of your mat. Let's raise our arms overhead 2 times as we take 2 deep breaths. I'm so proud of you for day 1, and I will see you next time.